I just wanted to wish you a happy new year, and for today's clip, just wanted to briefly share with you a little bit about the proper way to hand wash because I didn't do it properly for a long time, and then also a little bit about school, a new tip for school. So first thing is hand washing. So make sure, because a lot of people, they just usually sprinkle water and then go like that and that's it. And that's not the right way to do it. You want to use soap and then scrub for 30 seconds and then rinse for 30 seconds. Now 30 seconds will seem like a long time. So what you can do is you can sing happy birthday twice, and even that's usually 15-20 seconds. So see if you can sing happy birthday 3 times, but the CDC says sing happy birthday twice, and then at least you can scrub for 15-20 seconds and then rinse for 15-20 seconds. The reason why hand washing is so important, so it sounds very commonsensical, but I do want to share with you that not only do the studies show that it works, but also just personally, my own personal anecdote is that it definitely works. I was doing my pediatrics rotation and everybody said, Jeff, you're going to get sick, it's winter season, flu season, and indeed a lot of the patients, they were coming in with strep throat, viral infections, pneumonia, coughing all over, and I had to, when I shined my light and said, they would cough, and so a lot of high probability of getting sick. A lot of my classmates did get sick, but I didn't. So for whatever reason, perhaps coincidentally, but maybe because I also washed my hands very, very carefully, I did not get sick. And so ironically, I got sick later when I did not wash my hands that rigorously, that frequently. So I was on OBGYN, and there were a lot of mothers, pregnant mothers, babies. It was a clean environment, nobody was sick, and I got sick. It was very ironic that I did so, but I think it's because I wasn't very careful, I got sloppy. And so if you can't wash your hands with soap and water, also wash your hands with alcohol-based sanitizers, so Purell, Calstat. Those do work. They don't work as well as good old-fashioned soap and water, but they do work, alcohol-based sanitizers. And if you're at a school and they don't have those freely available at cafeterias, you might want to work with your school officials to get that going, because it definitely does work. In the hospital, we do that all the time, and it cuts down on your spreading infections and all that kind of stuff. So it's so important. Again, very commonsensical, but I was sloppy a couple weeks ago. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because I was sloppy, I got sick, and I was out with a cold for a week, and I could trace it to during my residency interviews, and I was eating dinner. That's during the residency interviews, you have an interview dinner followed by an actual interview the next day. But during the dinner, this time they were serving finger food, chicken tenders. I went in and shook many people's hands and didn't wash my hands, ate the chicken tenders, and then I got sick, and I know it's from that. So that's hand washing. The other thing is, I encourage you, if you have a chance during your January, before school starts, to go visit professors that excite you, the research that is innovative, professors that you find have innovative research. I encourage you to send them an email, read up their articles, and ask them, hey, can I come visit your lab and learn about your stuff? That's what I did this past week. I was at Emory, Georgia Tech, and at the nanotechnology group, and learned a lot about nanotechnology guided surgery. So for example, normally with surgery, you gotta use your hand to feel for the nodules, for the cancers tissues in the lung, and then you cut it out based on how it feels underneath your hand. And instead, they're trying to make it much more accurate by using nanoparticles and giving you a much finer resolution of where the cancer cells are versus where the non-cancer cells are. So instead of just using your hand, you can use much better technology. So I went to Emory and Georgia Tech, got to visit Dr. Nay's lab, and it was really great, very inspiring, gave me some great ideas. And I just wanted to share with you, if you have some time during January, because I know a lot of colleges, they don't start until end of January, to do that as well. Because I think sometimes it's really good to just think about what is the world going to be like in a decade or 2 decades, and what kind of contribution can you make, and who can you learn from who is at the cutting edge. I think sometimes it can help give us a jump start in our thinking, and also in the way we can make an impact in this world. So I hope you have a happy new year, and I hope to talk to you soon. Thank you.